for my morning.
So we're not done yet. This is an impromptu coaching conversation. Hopefully everybody is okay with that. And I broke a rule, by the way. I coached Tony without asking permission. So Tony, let me ask you now, is it okay if I coach you?
Absolutely. This is an amazing opportunity.
Yes. So you've added 1,095 hours to your year. One of the things people say whenever I ask them, talk to me about your challenges. The most common answer I get is time. I don't have enough hours in the day. Has anybody ever said that? Has anybody ever thought that? Say yes, because you know you have.
Yep.
There you go. And one of the other myths that we all buy into is that we all have the same number of hours every day. Not true. It's not. Now, we just proved that Tony can add 1,095 hours to his year by simply getting up at 7 versus 9 a.m. Yes or yes?
Yes.
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 Tony, how old are you?
24.
Oh, to be 24 again. Oh, to be 24 again. That's another coaching conversation, right? Another day we'll have that conversation. Tony, how many more years do you plan on living?
Forever and ever. I want to leave a legacy. That's it.
Typical 24-year-old, right, Shirley?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm 58. I'm going to live another 30 years, hopefully, God willing. Now, Tony's 24. I'm going to give him another 60 years. So we're going to take 1,095 times 60, Tony. Are you ready for this?
Let's go.
You're adding 65,700 hours to your life.
Oh.
65. Say that again.
65,700 hours to your life.
Wow. That's a lot of meditation, yoga. That's a lot of me time. That's a lot of awesome time.
Oh, yeah. I know. This is so exciting. And how many hours are there in a day? 24. So we're going to take 65,700.
She's screaming in the background. You heard it.
And we're going to divide 65,700 by 24. Tony, you've just added 2,737.5 days to your life.
Wow.
Now,
that's a good statistic. You know, you hear about people smoking and how much it cuts down, but that is a good statistic.
Right. And I'm not done yet.
Let's go, Billy Mays.
Let's keep going. How many days are there in a year?
365.
365. So we're going to take 2,735.5 and we're going to divide that by 365.
Divided by 365.
You've just added 7.5 years to your life.
Oh my God.
Drop the mic. We're done. Everybody else, see you tomorrow.
If that wasn't the universe affirming for me to like keep this track, I don't know what was. That was a sign. I thank you so much, John.
It's my pleasure. All right. That was fun. Thank you, Tony, for allowing me to do that. And
absolutely,
I promise you there's somebody out of the 60 people that are on this call right now that needed to hear that. You just changed somebody's life, Tony.
That changed my life.
Powerful. All right. I am in 12-week year. I'm going to go to gallery view. Nope, I'm in gallery view. I'm going to go to speaker view. And I am on page something, 89. Develop your 12-week plan. Bottom of the page. In spite of the proven benefits of working from a plan, not everyone does. One reason for this is that many people have a bias for taking action. Guilty. I am ready, fire, aim. 100%. That's who I am. I don't have time to plan. It's going to get in the way. I've got to go. While an action bias can be a good thing, it can also get in the way of effective execution. Right? For those of you who are part of the Waxman group, you can share this part of the video with Alan. He'll really love it. He really will. We've been working on this disruptive model for 8 months. And holy cow, my D is just dying. The D in me is like, let's take action already. And Alan's like, John, you got to slow down. You got to slow down. I'm like, I don't have time to slow down. Let's go. I want to take action. Here's what the author says. By the way, the author says Alan's right and I'm wrong. That's why he'll love this. While an action bias can be a good thing, it can also get in the way of effective execution. You know, Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain was on the wall and he decided to charge. He made a decision to charge, which is a good thing. But sometimes charge is not the right solution. Sometimes when you jump off that wall and charge, you charge in the wrong direction and you don't know it until it's too late. An effective plan takes time to create and it requires some hard work. It may seem counterintuitive, but by taking time to plan up front, the overall time and effort to complete a task can be significantly reduced. Now listen to this. I already know what I need to do, so I don't need a plan to get it done. Anybody ever had that thought?
Yes.
Raise your hand. Again, me, guilty. Unfortunately, there is almost always a gap between what people know and what they do. So let me explain. For example, many people want to get into better physical shape. All right, cool. Let's stop right there and let me ask you a question. Answer this. If you wanted to get into better physical shape, what now?
You come up with a plan of what you're going to do and where you're going to do it.
Okay, I love that, Camille. And take everything I've shared with you out of this conversation. Just go with how you normally think. You've decided to get into better physical shape. What 2 things would you do? What 2 things would you focus on?
Eat right.
Food and exercise.
There you go. There you go. Valerie hit it. Michael Topo hit it. Eat right and exercise. Okay, that's all the planning I need. I'm ready. Let's go. No.
John, how about accountability, finding a coach?
Yeah, Billy, absolutely right. And listen to what the author says, guys. There is almost always a gap between what people know. You know that in order to get into better physical shape, you need to eat right and you need to exercise. That's the know. And he says there is almost always a gap between what people know and what they do. So even though I know the 2 things I need to do are eat right and exercise, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to eat right and exercise. Knowing is not enough. I'm not ready to go yet. He goes on to say, for example, many people want to get into better physical shape, and virtually all of them know that it takes a healthy diet and exercise. But sadly, most people don't ever become more fit. That's because simply knowing won't. Sorry, I take so many notes in my book, I can't even read my own writing. Where was I? That's because simply knowing what to do just isn't enough. the world is noisy, the unexpected happens, distractions arise, our innate desire for comfort tugs at us, and we lose focus on the things that we know we should do. Now, why am I sharing this with you? Because I want you to get into better physical shape? No. Even though that's cool, you should do that. The reason I'm sharing this with you is translate the conversation to how do I take 12 listings in the first 12 weeks of 2021? Or better put, I've created this 135, this GPS, in order to take 12 listings in the first 12 weeks of 2021. And as far as I've gotten is, I want to take 12 listings in the first 12 weeks. Now, in order to do that, I need to eat right and exercise. No, it's not going to help you get listings. In order to take 12 listings in 12 weeks, I need to lead generate.
Yes.
And I need to follow up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I know that. That's not enough. I'm not ready to go yet. Why? Because the world is noisy. The unexpected happens. Distractions arise. Our innate desire for comfort. Lead generation is not comfortable. Talking to strangers is not comfortable. Knocking on doors is not comfortable. Getting rejected is not comfortable. Our innate desire for comfort tugs at us, and we lose focus on the things that we know we should do. That's why, to increase your odds of success, one of the most powerful things you can do is to create and work from a written plan. Now, what's our written plan? As real estate agents who are going to take 12 listings in the first 12 weeks of 2021, what's your written plan?
We have to know how much money we want to make.
135.
135.
Yes, 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 yes. It starts with your 135. And that's your playbook. Now, the goal is to win the game. Translated for you, winning the game is taking 12 listings in the first 12 weeks of 2021. Now, you have 3 priorities in order to achieve that goal. Your priorities are going to be prospect and market for listings and buyers. It's going to be to work your database. It's going to, for repeat and referral business. It's going to be to, I forgot what the third one was. It was there. Now, you have 5 strategies. Those are activities that you are going to do daily in order to achieve your goal. And you're going to track these strategies. You're going to hold yourself accountable to them because they're non-negotiable standards in order to achieve the goal of taking 12 listings. Now, how do we block out the noise? How do we plan for those interruptions? So take a piece of paper every single day, every single week, every single month. And on the left side of the sheet of the paper, I just want you to write the word grow. I want you to write G-R-O-W, vertically, large, down the left side of the sheet of the paper. G is your goal. This is my goal. Now, if you're tracking strategies, then your goal is those non-negotiable activities that you commit to on a daily basis. R stands for reality. At the end of the day, one of my strategies, one of my non-negotiable strategies was 20 real estate conversations. Reality is I had 10. O is obstacles. What are the obstacles that stand between me and my goal? Planning ahead as we look at the next 12 weeks, what are the obstacles that could potentially cause you not to hit your goals? Identify them ahead of time. When you identify them ahead of time, you can plan ahead for how you're going to overcome those obstacles, which leads us to W, which is our way forward or plan. What are we going to do in order to move closer to the goal? And then at the end of every week, we're going to evaluate what was our goal, what's the reality, how did we do, what are the obstacles that stand between us and our goal, and what is our plan in order to move forward. At the end of the month, we're going to do the same thing. What was our goal? What's the reality? What are the obstacles that stand between us and our goal? And what is our plan in order to move forward? Now, the next thing I want you to do is just take a sheet of paper and draw a horizontal line intersected by a vertical line. In other words, this, and this. You're creating 4 boxes. Top left box, present positive. Top right box, future positive. Now, this is where your vision comes in. And remember that you have to have a powerful vision in order to move you forward when things get tough, because things are going to get tough. So when you take 12 listings in the first 12 weeks, what does that do for you? What does your business look like 12 weeks into 2021? How many homes have you sold? If every listing you take creates a buyer, then you've got 12 listings and you've got 12 buyers. Now, if 20 of those go under contract and close, that's 20 closed transactions. If your average commission check is $8,000, that's $160,000. Look at that future positive and tell me what the future looks like when you achieve those goals. Make it powerful. It has to be powerful in order for you to move forward. Bottom left box, present negative. Those are the obstacles that are stopping you from achieving your goals. That's everything that's standing between you and where you want to be 12 weeks from now. Bottom right box, future negative. That's what happens if you don't do anything. That's what happens if you don't implement a plan. You don't take the time to create a plan. You don't take the time in order to make sure that you're heading in the right direction, in order to make sure you're doing the right things, in order to plan ahead for those obstacles that are going to come along and plan ahead for how you're going to overcome those obstacles. Or if you make a decision that you're just going to keep doing what you've been doing, so you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. So 12 weeks from now, you're going to have exactly the same amount of business in the first quarter of 2021 that you did in 2020. Now that may be okay, but then again, it may not. And how does that feel? Do you want to end up in future positive or future negative? Future negative needs to be powerful as well. And here's why, because we are more motivated by avoiding pain than we are by going towards pleasure. Pain,
Come here.
the pain of not taking the right actions will actually motivate you more than the gain of doing so. All right, talk to me.
I know.
Wow. John, I'm a high I, and I have that tendency to go off half-cocked, you know, because I'll start a plan and then I won't go through with it. This is very, very eye-opening.
Thank you, Valerie. For me too, by the way. For me too.
Yeah.
When we start a plan, we should be able to see it. We have to see it because we'll forget about it. That's why we don't do it.
Hold the cross up high above the flame so that I can see it.
Joan of Arc, yes.
I need to be able to see my proof of hope above the flames. When I lose sight of the proof of hope, I give up. I change directions. I look for greener pastures. I go get a job at Starbucks.
I think for me, the accountability factor is really
Oh,
to keep track of your progress.
Please say that again, because I know it was brilliant and the signal broke up. So please say that again.
Oh, I'm sorry, the signal broke up.
There you go. You're back. Say it again before we lose your signal.
Okay. All right. I said for me, it's the accountability factor that would really make a difference, because I think that's the key.
Love it.
Habits that.
Okay, we lost you again, but I got it. I think we all did. So
the didn't keep and around. Did you hear any?
I heard some of it. I heard some of it. You were in computer voice, but it was cool. Oh. All right, who's next?
How about obstacles? I mean, that's, a challenge. So it's not easy to see through them. So how do we go about seeing through them? It wouldn't be an obstacle, right?
Oh, Lisa, I love this conversation.
I'm not trying to be negative, please don't.
No, it's okay, guys. It's okay. It's Lisa, and I hope that you're okay with the way I'm going to answer your question, because I immediately go to a story in the Bible when I'm hearing this, and I hope that's okay.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I really do. I hope that's okay.
Yes.
As long as Peter kept his eyes on Jesus, he walked on water. As soon as he looked at the waves, he started to drown.
Yes.
What are you looking at? Are you looking at all of the challenges that are stopping you from achieving your goals? Are you staying focused on that? What's the word I'm looking for?
It's the drunk monkey. It's the drunk monkey.
Listen, a captain who keeps his eyes on the lighthouse steers a perfect course. A captain who looks at the waves crashing over his ship is destined to drown. Keep your eyes on the lighthouse.
I visualize the future positive being able to help my family, and I visualize the future negative is being a liability to my family and having to ask for things.
Powerful, Tony. Powerful. Be aware of what the future negative is. Be aware of the flames. Be aware of the waves. Know what it is ahead of time, and then keep your eye focused on the goal. Don't look at the flames. Don't look at the waves. Visualize that perfect future for your family. Just keep your eye on that vision. It's your proof of hope. Keep going.
John, would you consider, you know how we jump and answer the phone every time it rings?
Distraction. Totally a distraction. It's a quadrant 3 activity. Quadrant 3 is urgent and not important. The phone wants to be answered. It's yelling at you. Answer me. No. And I know that goes against what you've heard. Real estate agents need to answer their phone. Yeah, they do. However, if you're on a listing appointment, you're talking to $1 million seller, and you're in the middle of a listing presentation and your phone rings, are you going to say, "Hey, wait a minute, let me grab this phone"?
No.
Let me grab this call. Then why would you do that during lead generation?
Absolutely. Certainly not.
Cool. All right, 2 more ahas. We're going to jump.
Hey, John,
Can I
it's
say
Michael.
something?
I've got two, Michael and ladies first, Michael. So you don't mind taking
No
a back
problem.
seat. Okay, go. Whoever that was, talk to me.
It was Polar Bear. Good morning, Mr. Dietz.
Polar, I love Monica. Polar Bear is on the call with me. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Please
I have
talk
my
to me, Terry.
conversations. I have my conversations with Monica as well. Monica's setting up a plan for me to change my my letters in the disc. Anyway, I saw something on Instagram yesterday that blew me away. I'm going to print it and hang it on my wall. It says, "Do you know why racehorses wear blinders? So they can focus on only their race." Is that awesome or what? I'm going to have to wear blinders so I can just focus on my progress.
Terry, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. It's Michael Phelps in the Olympics winning the gold medal while the swimmer next to him is staring at Michael Phelps. What was Michael Phelps looking at?
The finish line.
The finish line. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, all right,
yes.
Michael, jump in there.
Okay. Well, I was going to say planning has always excited me. And there's two kinds of plans. There's the plan you make, which you control, which I think gets you to the goal. Then with the ready, fire, aim, which I'm one of these people too, there's always a plan for that. It's just you're planning as you're going, but you don't know it. And in that case, the plan controls you and takes you where you want to go.
Yeah. So
it's a plan. It's just one that gets you to success and one that gets you to basically nowhere.
You make adjustments as you go, Michael.
Yep.
The goal doesn't change. The plan can change, but the goal doesn't change. A 747 that's flying from Miami to Los Angeles is off course a couple thousand times.
Oh, yeah.
Off course, correct. Off course, correct. Off course, correct. Off course, correct. Now, just imagine for a moment the 747 says, screw this, I can't take it. Too much rejection, I give up. Right?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Guys, I hope you got value today.
A lot.
And for those of you who tuned in yesterday to see the script off, it was postponed. It is next Monday, which is awesome. I get more time to prepare. Choose the way you look at things you look at choose. So I can either be disappointed that they postponed the contest, or I can be excited I get more time to prepare, because all the objections they gave me ahead of time were absolutely not in my wheelhouse. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get crushed. I'm absolutely going to get crushed, which may still happen, by the way. That's okay. All right.
About it.
Time to get to work. What's work? You know, that would be great if somehow one of you could reach out to Jason Abrams and say, ask John what work is. I'm ready to go with that one. All right, let's work. Work is 20 conversations, not 17, not 18, not 19. Because when you make 17 conversations because it's close enough, or because you settle, or because you've told yourself you're going to make it up tomorrow, you won't. You didn't have the 18th conversation, which led to $1 million listing. And the saddest part of that is you're never going to know that you didn't get the listing because you didn't make the call. It's a standard. It is a non-negotiable standard. Make care calls, not sale calls. Always lead with gratitude. Always bring value to every single conversation. And with every conversation, I've got 3 things that I'm focused on: get an appointment, get a referral, or add somebody to my database. Every day I'm going to find, again, a standard. Every day I'm going to find someone who is thinking of buying a home or selling a home. I'm going to get face-to-face with them today. Whether it's 30 days from now, 60 days from now, or a year from now, when they're going to buy or sell makes absolutely no difference to me, because a year from now, I'm going to need listings. And because I do that, a year from now, I have 250 people who are in my pipeline, because I'm working 50 days times 5 days a week. That's 250 days, 250 opportunities in my pipeline that I'm following up with forever, because I reject rejection, and no is not a word that lives in my vocabulary. No simply means not yet. And because I follow up every single day, I'm creating emotional proximity. Eventually, they're going to make a new decision based on new information, which is to hire you. That gets harder every day. Make it a great day.
Thank you, John.
Thank you so
Take
much.
it easy.
Thank you.